Okay, this EFT exercise is for cravings. Now I'm going to do a chocolate craving here this time. And it's just for some people who overeat on chocolate, or maybe crisps, as they're called in Ireland, crisps. In America they would be called potato chips. So we're going to do it for chocolate, and if you want to do it for crisps or potato chips, you go ahead and do that. Just follow along the same way. So firstly, what I'd like you to do is get your item that you crave. I have some chocolate here, Kit Kat, and what I want you to do is open whatever way you normally open it. And just, when you've opened it, just take a smell. When you take a smell, good smell, and see what number comes to mind of craving you have for that. Okay? So you can place that back down again, and you have that number in your mind because you've stimulated your olfactory senses, or your sense of smell, and that triggers off some memory of good feelings about eating that particular item. So what I'd like you to do is, with that number you have, say, even though I have this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. This craving, 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 this craving. Take a deep breath in. Let that go. Then pick up your item you want to work on for craving once again. Take a good smell. And see if that changes in any way. Okay. So whatever number comes to mind, let's do another round of that. So even though I still have some of this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have some of this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have some of this craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Some of this craving, 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 some of this craving. Take a deep breath in. Let that go. Now this time, pick that item you crave up once more. Take a smell. See what number comes to mind. And what I'd like you to do is just take a tiny taste. If it's chocolate, you take a tiny taste, or if it's crisps or potato chips, or whatever you want to use this on. Just take a tiny taste. And notice what's different about that. Now that for me doesn't even taste sweet. So here we go again. Whatever number you have in mind, even though I have some remaining craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have some remaining craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have some remaining craving, I deeply and completely accept myself. Still have some remaining craving. 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 Take a deep breath in. Let that go. And when you've got your craving down to around a 2, or if you're at 0, that's fine. If you want to run through this whole video again, do that also. But if you're down to a remaining 2, I'd like to tap this point, the gamut point. Okay? And at the same time, look down at the floor. And just allow your eyes to roll up gently without moving your head as you tap that point. Thinking about that craving. Okay? Take a deep breath in. Let that go. And check just before you finish and see what craving you have on that now. Okay. And as I said, run through this again with any craving you have. So what is EFT? EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a bit like an emotional form of acupuncture, where we bring a
problem state to mind and tap on various acupuncture points instead of using needles. So what I'm going to show you here today is a little exercise to try out for yourself by using these points. So the points we're going to use, first of all, is along the side of the hand here, and this is called the karate chop point. And you can use your index finger and forefinger just to tap along that point. And then the next point we're going to use is called the eyebrow point, and it's just at the end of the eyebrow, near the bridge of the nose. You can just tap with those same two fingers again. And then on the side of the eye, it's the bony point on the side of the eye. And then under the eye, the bone that runs under the eye, it's called the under the eye. And then we have under the nose. And then we have it's called the chin point, but it's between the lip and the chin. It's just a dip in there. And these are energy meridians, acupuncture points that are connected to various organs in our body. And then we have this point here, which to find this point, you just run down your neck till you go down to a V. You have a V, and you come up along that V till you get to the tips of it. And you get two little bony points on either side, and that's called the collarbone point. Either side will do. If you're right-handed, left-handed, it doesn't matter whether we use this side or this side or this side or this side, whichever feels right to you. And then we have under the arm, just pat under the arm, and the top of the head. So to give you a demonstration of the effects of how EFT may work for you, what I would like you to do is, first of all, just take a deep breath in and fill your lungs as much as you can. And when you let it out, I would like you to think of a number of how full your lungs got that time. Between 1 and 10, what number comes to mind? Now for me that number was 7. So I have a remaining 3 that I can fit in there to have a full capacity within my lungs. Feeling that I have filled my lungs as much as I can. So what I would like for you to is see what number comes to mind for you there. So let's just do that exercise again and just fill your lungs. And when you fill your lungs this time, I'd like to see what number comes to mind. So just do that for yourself now. Okay. So what number came to mind for you then? Now, well, I have a 7, so I have a remaining 3. So for that remaining 3, what we're going to do is, or whatever remaining number you have between what number you've got and 10, what we're going to do is we're going to tap along this karate chop point, okay? And say after me. It's very important that you say after me. It might seem a little foolish, but just do it and try it out for yourself anyway. So just say after me. Even though I have a 3 of this breathing constriction, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now 3 was for me, so whatever number is right for you, you say your number. So we go again. Even though I have a 3 of this breathing constriction, I deeply and completely accept myself. And then one more time. Even though I have a 3 of this breathing constriction, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now with your forefinger and index finger, remember the eyebrow point. This 3 of breathing constriction. So you'd say this whatever number of breathing constriction. Side of the eye, along the bony point. 3 of this breathing constriction. Under the eye, 3 of this breathing constriction. Under the nose, 3 of this breathing constriction. Chin point, 3 of this breathing constriction. Collarbone point, 3 of this breathing constriction. Under the arm, 3 of this breathing constriction. Top of the head, breathing constriction. Now what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath in again. Let it out. And see what difference or change there is there. What number comes to mind? For me I have a 9, so I have a 1.